the Chilled Cardano podcast. I'm here in person with Mike. I'm Eric. Mike, how's it going this week?
It's going pretty good, Eric. We just got back from a wedding. Things are looking better for the markets. We're doing a little special in-person episode of Chilled Cardano, so that's always fun.
We're getting lots of pop-ups here on the screen, so we're closing those out as they come up.
What are the odds that happens right when we press record?
Yeah, it was fine for 30 minutes, but now we got virus protection. Let's take a look at the charts real quick, see what's going on there. We've got ADA. I don't know if you would call it a bottom there, but we kind of hit some sort of wall, I guess. And there's the hourly chart. So we kind of hit a bit of a bottom. We kind of bounced off that, and now we're fighting over 50 cents again. So if we can hold the 50-cent mark, I think we'll be good, but I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think we're kind of in a range. I think we're kind of close to the top of the range, and we might go back down in the 40-cent range until the summer ends. I just think there's a lot of uncertainty right now with the markets, but this is a great time to accumulate. If you guys have some cash and you believe in Cardano for like the next 10 years, I think these prices are absolutely insane. I think with all the stuff coming on in the next, and we'll get into the Vasil hard fork delay, but there's so many amazing projects to start investing in at these price points. I think it's just a great opportunity to start, investing in these smaller tokens and like looking into the tokenomics, reading white papers, and starting to see what you think has potential to really blow up at the end in the next year or two. It's just like a lot of the stuff can 100x, and I mean, for me, this is just like amazing opportunity because everything's slowed down right now. There's nothing happening, so you can really take your time, start putting some money into these smaller tokens and reading the tokenomics and seeing, if you truly believe in Cardano, a lot of their dApps are gonna succeed too. So you kind of like, you can buy these things at an insane price point, and I'm just kind of excited for the opportunity to have, the next 3 to 6 months to take my time and to slowly dollar cost average into a lot of these projects.
Yeah, and I made a tweet the other day saying like our DEX token's okay, because I mean, you look at these charts and they're just getting wiped out, and I feel like a lot of the response I got was like some people were like, oh, the DEX tokens, they're like made to do that, like I wouldn't touch them, and other people were like this is probably a really good time to scoop them up on the cheap. So kind of in between. I'm not ready to pick them up yet. But I do like some of the tokens that have more utility, like Maker. What's it called? NFT Maker.
Yeah.
So
we can talk about that too. Like, why do you like it? Like, what is it about this token that you see a future of it, price appreciation?
I just like I've used NFT Maker. I think it's like a really good tool for people who make NFTs and want an easy solution for minting. And I think if they're getting a cut of all those, all those mint, or like, I don't know what you would call it, but not royalties, but the price for the minting, like a percentage, and they're putting that into their token. I just think it's like investing in a small company that you think has potential for me.
Yeah.
And their tokenomics seem pretty good. Can't remember like the exact numbers, but it's been doing pretty well. And I mean, you're the one that told me about it, so I think you got in even earlier than me, but I thought I bought like the top at point oh 0.008 ADA, and now it's at like almost double that. So
Yeah, I'm excited for this project. I think, like Eric said, they're making maybe over 50% of all NFT projects on top of Cardano, and they just keep getting and hiring more and more people. I think they're trying to grow their team out. And I think if Cardano does succeed, a part of that is going to be the NFT markets. And if they own the underlying, it's like getting a piece of every NFT project. They're going to own a slice of everything. And I mean, you're basically looking for monopolies, right? On Cardano, like who's gonna be a part of what sector, right? Like anything in any new business. And I think they have the NFT market, like they're the leaders, and it's kind of like buying a piece of Amazon when it first started.
yeah,
Like you kind of like they don't do their own thing. They have their fingers in everything. And I think a token like that has a lot of room for success. I think easily that token can 100x. I think it can get to $1
yeah.
on a USD basis, and I'm willing to take the risk.
And
To
they're doing the liquidity pools or the farming
Yeah,
staking.
which is huge, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to find a way to dollar cost average, like another way to do that without having to buy every week is to farm these things.
Yeah, you're still getting 125%.
And if you're here for 6 months, I mean, that's a lot of tokens, and that's kind of like how I'm doing it. You diversify, you buy a little here, you farm here, and you kind of just leave it in the background. You don't have to worry about it. Because my idea is like if we're at the bottom of a bear market, then if everything price appreciates up from here, you're just going to gain money. And people talk about um, impermanent loss, but if you're already at the bottom of the market and everything rises, then you're really not worried about something like that, and you can leave it in there for 6 months at a time. And
But you still get impermanent loss if the price goes up, Mike.
we're gonna cut this out. No, but don't you get like whatever? Don't they like send your wallet whatever if it both things appreciate because it has to stay at your percentage, like
Mhm.
your point one of the pool? Then they send tokens out so that can stay
But
whatever
if it like 5x's, then I mean, you're not really losing money, you're just making less than you would have
right,
if
but
you just held it.
right.
But
But also you're like while everything's staying constant, you're getting like
yeah,
the
you're
maker
getting
token, right? So you're
that's
getting that
true.
appreciation from those
So
tokens,
that kind of hopefully cancels out
what you're
whatever
losing on the
yeah,
upside. And like
unless it goes ballistic.
if it goes parabolic, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's at the percentage it's at now, it's pretty worth it. Um, yeah. There's some other ones that like Yummy you could also do.
I'm a big
Um,
Yummy fan as well.
yeah, Yummy's been pretty good. I don't know. I think it topped out and then started going down, but let me see. Yeah, it's still doing. Oh yeah, went up to like almost
It went up to like
point.
4 cents
Yeah.
for point
Um,
zero four ADA.
but I mean that I feel like that was gonna happen because the people who are staking are slowly getting their Yummy,
Right.
and now they're
Selling.
yeah. Which I mean, short term it makes sense, but if you're more of a long term Yummy person, I think if you hold on, it'll be worth a lot more in like a year or something.
To me, and they're going at it from different perspectives, but NFT Maker and Yummy are kind of like the two teams that I'm like most. Well, they're like the only two tokens I'm invested in right now because I see them kind of doing the same thing where they're trying to become a piece of everyone's project. Like Yummy's doing it from the aspect of you can use our token to mint this new NFT project. That's not a part of Yummy universe, but they're letting these new NFT projects um, try to build a little bit of their brand off of Yummy, and that's pretty interesting to see. they're also going to have a game where I think a lot of those tokens will get sucked into, like you see a lot of these mobile games using their own coin to make people pay for it, like a Hearthstone or something, and like that's where like all those tokens will get accumulated really fast. So if you're investing now, like I think the like again, I mean you're getting to like parity with ADA. Like if this, I think you can go to $1 as well. Um, Especially in a bull market. I mean these things will rise very fast. I think the things that have really strong brand names right now, they'll be able to take that in the next 6 to 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah, and Yummy seems to have some utility in the game, so, I mean, if you look at something like Axie Infinity, if you bought that, before the game was a big deal, like,
You
you're
hit,
sitting pretty.
oh, you made so much money. Um, and to me, like I've been thinking about this too, is like I'm trying to like look at like a lot of projects are trying to create a way to connect to the outside world and bring things in,
Mhm.
like NFT makers doing a fiat on-way ramp where you can just use your debit card to pay for the NFT, and then they'll make a they'll generate like a paper wallet for you, and then will hold your NFT on it. Which is a little convoluted, but like I guess like if this stuff's gonna succeed, it's all gonna be on chain, and so whoever's winning, like whoever is utilizing the chain the most on Cardano is what I'm kind of looking at to see like because I think as this thing grows, like people are just gonna live on the internet and like people aren't gonna care about cashing out back to fiat. They're gonna want more of these tokens and Cardano. And so whatever makes you the most, whatever like spits out the most um
Beta.
yeah, at you, like that's gonna be the most important thing to get into now when it's cheap, you know?
Yeah.
Because when these prices rise, it's gonna be so much harder to like get even a percentage of what you're getting right now, so it's like you kind of got to try to think ahead and be like what is gonna like 10x from here, and it's gonna be really hard to get. Like
Yeah.
I think NFT maker, Yummy token, I still want to look into the dex is going to be really interesting. I think once you get these version 2s and to see how they utilize that token to kind of create price appreciation, like because you see MinSwap, it's a phenomenal tool,
Yeah.
but I don't see how they can just keep giving people more min
Yeah.
without this thing going to zero.
Yeah, there's, like, what? Like, 500 billion min or something? So it's just like, and then they have the mint, which makes even more, you know? Um, so I don't know. The whole tokenomics of that seem like,
Broken.
yeah, like it had a, like short term it made sense, but the longer time goes on, like the less and less it's worth. So why would anyone hold on to it, you know?
Right. So that's the next version. That's the next game where they have to create new things inside of MinSwap to make people use that token for other things or hold on to it for other reasons. Like I really like the idea, if this thing is truly decentralized, let's make all these protocols decentralized. Like everyone should own Min. So if you do own Min, you should be able to get some of those transaction fees from all the swapping. And if you hold like let's say like 100,000 min, you get like a certain percentage. I think that starts to get enticing to people because then um and it's like kind of a security, but still like
Yeah.
I think that's how you get people interested. And then if you create like community members that have other like technical skills, they could start to help build out other things that make people want to hold that token.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm holding off. I want to see what team is doing the best. Like I like Sunday Swap too. They have really crazy pools. Like for NFT Maker and Yummy, like
Do they?
on Mint Swap, they're like 120, but on there it's like 300%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but here's
I
the
didn't notice
thing:
that.
they're locked up for 30 days. That's the
Oh, that's
difference.
right. But do you get Do they just give you Sunday swap tokens, or do they actually give you,
Let's take a look at it.
see, 246%. Farming rewards. Looks like you do get the token.
So you just get, if you're in this pool, you just get the NFT maker token, but in MinSwap, you also get Min token.
It looks a little different. Do they update the?
Yeah, they've been updating it.
I haven't used it in a while,
Me
so
neither.
it
It's hard
looks
for
nicer.
me.
Looks more like mince. Yeah,
It's such a game changer for me from a DEX perspective. Like, I don't like the idea of, why do I have to lock my tokens up for 30 days?
yeah,
That's a game changer for me.
yeah. It's just too long. Like, you know, there's so much stuff that happens in 30 days,
Yeah,
especially in a bear market. Like, you want to be able to get out.
exactly. And like, let's say it's been 15 days, everything's been chill. All of a sudden, you get a 20% move to the downside or the upside. You're gonna want to take your tokens out before you get your rewards, right? So now you have to choose whether you cut off your rewards at that point
Yeah,
and not get anything, or lose a shit ton of money. You know, so it's like
yeah.
with MinSwap, it's like I'll take whatever I got now, and then I could get out of the pool, you know, and that's really nice.
And then there's a Muesli swap, which they're still putting out like good stuff, but it's weird that their token is also like continuously losing or like, it's not worth as much, even though their tokenomics are better. Like, they have a set like 10 million tokens, but it's still like slowly draining out.
Right.
So I think it's just the product of the bear market. Like, no one's gonna buy Dex tokens right now because they're barely buying ADA. You know?
Well, I think you also need to invest in like other ways to make people want to hold the token. Like if I like hold, like Milk had the hold 100, you get like discounted trading fees. I think that's really important.
Yeah,
I think they just need to be more creative. I think someone will figure it out, and that will be the token that wins. But for now, it's like everyone's doing the same exact thing.
yeah.
And so you see every single, even on Ethereum, they all just go down only. So
Actually, it's gone up a little bit since I last looked at it, but so I guess everyone buy that. That was a good little talk about Dexes. Do you have any NFTs that have
Eric told me
caught your
not
eye?
to buy Melting Moon Boy. It's above 150. He said it would go down. It's gone up to 198, I think. I'm gonna go to activity.
And where was it at when we last talked? It was like 80.
Yeah.
Guys, I was wrong on that one. The thing, I think I'm just gonna like. I feel like I'm terrible at knowing like which NFTs are gonna do well. And whenever you mention one, it's like it ends up popping off. So I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to Mike from now on. Like,
That's not true. I've had many misses as well. NFTs is a whole new ballgame. We're just trying to figure it out. It is kind of cool that this one's been working out. I don't know, like Eric said, it's kind of one of those things where you kind of just want to sit back and watch it for a while, and then even if I have to buy it, you know, 100 to higher, like at
yeah,
least it's holding some type of floor. And I think especially in a bear market, that's what you want to worry about the most, is like what is gonna hang out at these prices, and then like if it goes back to like 98 to 88, then it's like you start to worry because it's like, does this thing have any legs to hang on? You know,
yeah,
but this thing seems to be doing well. Maybe I'll give it another week before I pull the trigger. Um, but I'm actually more interested in doubling down on some of the projects that I'm already invested in and I like a Disco Solaris has been doing really well this week. I don't know why.
yeah. It seems like it's almost like the dead rabbits thing
I'm gonna go to the 24-hour. It'll probably pop up there.
where it just out of the blue one day it just went to like almost 1,000 ADA, and it's just like people don't want to buy it until it hits a certain price point, and then it's like, oh, this is for real.
This is taking off. I
Yeah,
want a piece of it.
and yeah, I'm also tempted to like pick up another one or two of these, and I've been wanting them for so long. I finally got a couple like a month ago or
Bef-
something.
Before it popped off to these
Yeah,
prices.
so I don't know. It just seems like a good project that's been around for a good amount of
The
time.
team is phenomenal.
Yeah, and they
They
put out
have,
these teasers that are like badass, you know.
but it's also community driven. So there's like hundreds of people that are making music for it, videos.
Yeah.
They're making books, they're making stories, magazines, all types of interesting stuff. And they're about to do their token drop. I don't know if that's why the price is going up as well.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys have a Disco Solaris in your wallet, check out the Disco coin airdrop that they'll be doing. That should be popping up in your wallet.
Trying to find that trailer. Think. Did you see this?
No. So what are we looking at here?
The mushrooms. Something.
So like when you actually remember this, I thought it was like a metaverse play, like, and this was the world that they were building.
Ah. I was like, oh, it's like a radioactive mushroom. Maybe they're gonna do like mutations or something.
Mutations. That'd be pretty sweet.
But just the quality of the video is really good.
Yeah.
It hypes me up at least.
The thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know if you've looked into this project at all, but the Beat Boys NFT.
Never heard of it.
Okay, let's check it out. This is kind of interesting the way they're doing this. Um,
Is it on here?
go to Twitter first. It'll be easier to navigate this. BAT.
EAT.
It is. Little guy.
This one?
Mhm. So this is like a new NFT project. I think they did like they were Ethereum people, but now they're coming to Cardano and they're like making they're trying to like really focus on the community. So they're not really like letting people buy NFTs. It's more
Mm,
about like becoming a part of the community and like doing stuff on Twitter, promoting on Twitter, and then for that they'll give you access to their stuff. So like if you go to their the JPEG store, you can there it is. So there's like the hall pass. Um, and this apparently gives you access to minting their NFTs. So this is kind of how they're doing it, which is different than like the NFT itself having the price appreciation. So like if you have hold one of these hall passes, you get to mint all of their projects, which is kind of interesting. Um, it's a little confusing too. So like scroll up because they have land as well. And that also gives you access to that one. That also gives you access to their neighborhood. Um,
you're losing me here.
it's very convoluted. I'm still trying to figure it out. I kind of want to be into it because I kind of like the art and I like they make like music too, which is like really cool.
Yeah.
So
3 free collectible mints. Oh, so you don't have to pay for the mints.
right.
That's cool.
But if you like you have to hold two of their collectibles, which is like I don't know if it's scammy or what. Like I'm still trying to figure it out.
So it sounds like they just might need some money, Mike.
Yeah, that could quite possibly be it, but also I don't know, like I've been looking at the artwork and like the way that they're crafting everything, it's very well done. And like It's very well engineered. So I think this thing has a lot of potential and like a lot of legs. And I think it's gonna be one of those things when their actual NFTs actually like come out, like they're gonna like be massive and everyone's gonna be like, where the hell did these guys come from?
Yeah,
But in reality, it's like they've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure that this thing's a success.
yeah,
And they're only giving people who like really follow the project, um like that neighborhood access,
yeah.
they were giving those out to people.
Uh,
So the only way to get them was to be like interacting with the community. And
like in the Discord and stuff.
right. Well, they don't have a Discord. They want everything on Twitter. They're
Ah,
very particular about making sure that all the engagements in front of everybody because they feel like when it's on Discord,
it's
like it
like
kind of
hidden.
yeah, it kind of disappears.
Yeah,
So they're creating like this image and this like this it's very appealing to me. I don't know,
it
like
kind of looks like Rick and Morty,
it's very Rick and Morty.
but the houses have a Simpsons look to them.
Yeah. So I like the artwork. Um on their Twitter, the writing's really well done too.
And when do these guys mint?
I see that's the thing. They keep minting like these smaller things. I don't know what's it gonna like if there's like a big like if they're gonna do like a PFP style thing or
Yeah,
something, but it's kind of just something I'm like watching because there's like a lot of going on. Like they have their this is their allow list and there's like different ways to get through it, right? There's the hall pass, the neighborhood access mint, and they're talking about like no grinding period. Um, I don't know. It's very interesting to me. It's something to just look out for.
yeah. Seems cool. I'll have to do some more investigation on that one. Um, what was that other one, the PFP one where they like make it out of your face?
Oh, Raison Tidre.
No, 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 the like the metal face one.
Um,
Because I think that one's minting today.
is it?
Yeah. The Art of Joseph is the creator. Um, so yeah, these are minting today for 60 ADA. I have not gotten one. I don't know if it's probably sold out already, but they basically make like a PFP of people in the
Celebrities,
Cardano space that are well known. That's, we both try to.
brothers. Okay, so they're ready.
There's only 752, so and it's already below the mint price, which is always a good sign.
So what do you like about this?
um, I don't really know a ton about it, but I just like the fact that I've seen so many on Twitter, and it will like created this mystery of like who's creating these PFPs and like why do people like them. Um, so I think solely based on the hype factor, it might be like people are like, oh, how'd you get this? PFP of yourself with metal skin.
Yeah.
They might find it interesting. But I don't know like the utility of it or anything like that. Um, I do kind of like the artwork. I think it's
Should we mint one on air, Eric?
yeah, if you want.
Let's do it.
Let's see. See what you got. Doesn't look like
It's Justin
he likes
Bieber.
bussing.
Well,
Lit.
folks, that was for the
If you see that one on sale, um,
that was fun.
you
It was a fun way to
got your
spend 68.
hit of dopamine for the
That was good. So everyone buy those now, please.
Don't
Please
buy them on JPEG Store.
don't buy them on JPEG Store. Please mint the rest of those.
They're
And
gonna be
let's,
huge.
let's sweep the floor, guys.
Guys, digital lowlifes. Sorry we didn't do more research on them, but we supported the
We
project.
supported the project.
Mike, a lot of controversy lately um, with there was a guy on Twitter with a chilled Kong profile pic, and he's basically saying God hates gays,
Yes.
and he had some pictures of
Versus.
Bible verses, and he like underlined parts that were like, I don't know, I guess proving his point that the word pride is bad, which means gay people are evil. Um, and then someone else called Arctic Alpha, I think, who has a good amount of followers, um, basically was like, I agree with you, but we can't say it out loud. We have to support chilled Kongs, even if these people are gay slash evil. Um, which is kind of, to me, kind of fucked up. Relax. Even my dog is pissed off about it. So I thought it was kind of messed up. Like, I don't understand why people have to like bring it into the like. I'm okay with stating your opinion on Twitter, but if you're being hateful, like you're gonna take the hate and don't like um be like, oh, this doesn't belong on Twitter, like all this politics stuff. Like, if you want to be political, you can be. You're a person. You have the right to do whatever you want on Twitter. Like, it's all. It's not. You're not going to be shielded from like opinions you don't like. But if you put something out there that you know is going to be unpopular, like, and then you feed into it and you lose followers, like, don't blame other people, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, and he blocked me, Mike, because I
Did he
threw a
block
bunch
you?
of yeah. I tossed um, a GIF of this, the one our brother always says, the fat guy like
Yes,
dancing. I
yes.
sent him that. I was like,
Okay, I didn't know. I
I,
was trying to read your tweet on that.
so I got blocked, which that was my goal. Um, and I know a lot of people don't like brigading and stuff like that, but
What's brigading?
it's when like a bunch of people,
Pile on.
yeah, against one person. But I and then people are like, this is like the Gestapo. People are, you know, piling like their left wing agenda like onto one person. But it's more just like, I don't know, defending people who are, I don't know, the minority, I guess. Like I would defend people of color and stuff like that. So I feel like I would defend people who are gay. I think they deserve, the same rights as everyone else. Sorry if that's controversial to treat humans with humanity, but um, yeah, it caused a lot of infighting though, like on Twitter, um, and a lot of people are like, "We don't need this in our community," um, but I don't know. It's bound to happen. Like, not everyone shares the same opinions on stuff, and I think talking about it is better than pretending everything is fine all the time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're right. Um, I think the problem we're running into now is like as this community evolves, we're getting a lot of people from all different types of places on Earth, places with different religions, places with different nationalities, different morals and ethics. And I think it's really important for the leaders of these communities, like Achille Kongs, to come out and be like, "This is what we stand for." Like, if we want to talk about religion, if we want to talk about homosexuality, like whether they like it or not, I think it's kind of important to let people know so that um, that if you're okay with stuff like that, where you're open about, you know, being cool with gay people, or in this particular conversation, we're talking about people like two community members of Chilled Kongs who aren't okay with homosexuality, and therefore they're creating some facade that um that the fact that they're not okay with it, they don't want their asset to go down in price, so therefore they're going to act like they support it on the front end, even though they've had Twitter conversations where they talked about not liking it, which is really disgusting. You should
Yeah.
just kind of be who you are, regardless of what NFT you buy. Um, and I think we're gonna get into a lot more of this. It was kind of cool. Cardano was cool because it was all new, but now that we're getting into like year two, year three of having real community here, we're gonna have a lot of issues like this. And I
Yeah.
think we just need to have more of an open conversation about um, people's differences of life. And I think everyone's justified in how they think, but it's like there's gonna be communities where we don't like the people. Like they're gonna want hate. They're gonna
Yeah.
want to keep people who are minorities out of their group. And that's a different conversation to have because this space is about decentralization. It's about the right to like create what you want and having sovereignty over it
Yeah.
and not having, and like let the people who hate like have their little NFT hate monger like do their thing in their little pocket, like it sucks, but it's like you can't change everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Like people are who they are. And like especially on the internet, like I like the idea of having an open conversation about stuff like this. I think it's important. I think people coming to a certain understanding is important. Um and this is the place to do it. Like we shouldn't ban people. We shouldn't kick them off of a certain NFT project because you don't like the way they think. I think
Yeah.
having understanding and like the way Eric and I were raised with parents where it was more important to have that conversation with each other than to not, and then like just like kick them out of the family or not talk about that. I think it's very short sighted and it creates more hate and more otherism where then all of a sudden we don't know what that group of people who we kicked out is doing now, and we can't keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
So now they're going to do really fucked up shit. That's where you get
They're
your school
even
shooter,
more.
right? Because you
Yeah.
kicked them out of the community. I think I'd rather have that conversation with them and like have multiple conversations. You don't always have to come down to we solved the problem in an hour, guys. We did a Twitter space and now everyone's on the same page. Never gonna happen. But
Yeah.
having an open conversation where you can have multiple conversations and maybe in a couple years time that person who hated gays all of a sudden understands a different type of lifestyle and now they're okay with it. It's like that's what humanity's all about. And I think at the end of the day that's we're trying to create a better space for everybody to be a part of. And
Yeah.
I'd like to create that community on Cardano.
Yeah. And I don't think it's like, oh, these two people have chilled Kong PFPs, so let's cancel chilled Kongs. It's like, no, that's not the answer. It's like these are just two people that have this opinion, and they happen to have that NFT. It's like, just because two people are bigoted and they go to McDonald's, you're not going to stop going to McDonald's, right?
Right.
So, I don't think they like are the voice of the community. So I also think it's like you don't have to go to that level, but it's okay to like speak out against it and yeah, like have the conversation, but you don't have to like you also don't have to be like tribal. You don't have to do like be tribalistic, I guess, and be like it's us versus them.
Yeah.
I think people just have to like talk to each other and realize we're all human beings and we're all gonna have different opinions. We're all from different backgrounds, so don't just seclude yourself from that part of humanity. Like try to understand where they came from and why they think that way. Like I think that's how you break down barriers instead of just like excluding them from the conversation totally.
Well said.
So yeah, so if you want to buy monkey pictures feel free, guys. Yeah, I thought it would be good to talk about that because we can't hide from the dark parts of the Cardano world.
Yeah, we should talk about it more.
Yeah. And I mean, tell us what you guys think. If you hate the gays, you love the gays, put a rainbow in the chat. I mean, uh, but yeah. What else we got, Mike?
I think that that's a good way to end this week. It's bittersweet, you know, but hopefully it'll create more discussion about people's differences and trying to come together into an understanding where like we can be we could show the world on Cardano, like in Twitter, that like people can come to an understanding instead of just fighting each other and just trying to bash each other. And yeah, I just think if the world has more like compassion for each other, I think it can be a better place. So yeah, just show compassion for each other this week, guys.
Love each other.
Love each other.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us this week. Hope you liked our special in-person episode. We'll be back to being 500 miles away next week, so we'll see you then.
Take care.